Hey, Virgo, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your September 2024 monthly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, your cards are coming out very quick. So I feel like things may be speeding up for you, or you may finally feel like you have answers. There's a sense of clarity. You actually have clarity at the bottom of the deck with the timing card. So it's as if the time is now. The time is now. And I'm getting clear the air, making room for something new. And that's why, because you have a gift coming in. You have the Ace of Pentacles. This is a gift that is showing up here in the physical, tangible, material world. This could be a new job. This could be a new home, a new relationship that is built on reciprocity. I'm getting trust as well, trusting in this journey, trusting as this unfolds, because you may have taken or you're about to take a divine detour. Yeah, it may require you to let go though. Even though I don't see the death card, I feel like this may be about letting go of beliefs. Yeah, letting go of beliefs that limit you, maybe even buried emotions, because there's a sense of liberation and a sense of freedom here. This is really quite a beautiful energy. All right, what do we have here? We have the womb. Let's dive into your reading. We have, and there's the death energy of the coffin. Okay, so something is ending here, representing a brand new beginning. And for a lot of you, if you're a sun sign Virgo, you are entering into a new phase of your life, a new age, right? Even if you just celebrated a birthday, some of you are listening on your birthday. I just heard it's my birthday. So happy birthday to all of you. But if your birthday is today and you just said that, happy birthday to you. Now, Virgo, I am getting a lot of shadows and a lot of mending that you've dealt with. I'm going to dive into the heaviness right away here because you have shadow coming up with mending. So you have gone through what a lot of people call the dark night of the soul, major spiritual awakenings, near-death experiences, health crises, traumas, heartache, heartbreak, loss, grief, death, you name it, right? It's something that we all must and will go through here on this earthly plane. But as I say, pain is unavoidable. However, suffering is a choice. We do not have to suffer. And it may feel like we do at times, but I feel like there's always a path. There's always free will. And that's why you have flexibility. And you're saying, I am not sitting in some sort of suffering in silence or suffering in some sort of heartache or heartbreak. Now, that doesn't mean that you haven't or will not take the time to heal, because I feel like the Four of Swords is here. It's saying that you have or you will, but you're not going to let that experience define the rest of your life. Okay, and that's what's showing up. I'm actually getting a very strong, courageous, self-disciplined energy showing up where someone has accepted and taken on the responsibility of their own healing. That is very mature, right? That's very emotionally intelligent. It is about you forgiving potentially someone else or yourself. This is healing, therapy, psychic surgery coming together. And a lot of you have gone through some sort of shadows because you are the catalyst in healing others. You may do that through becoming, a psychotherapist, a coach, a mentor, a healer, a shaman, a Reiki practitioner, a nurse, a doctor. Whether it's in your professional life or in your personal life, it doesn't really matter, right? Those are labels. But what matters is you are living your purpose and you are leaving behind some sort of legacy. You are a living legend right here, right now. But because you are the catalyst in some sort of healing here, it's going to live on. and it's going to help shape the lives of many. And I am getting many. I mean, for some of you, it's going to be your own children. It's going to be your own family structures and dynamics. For others of you, it's going to be the readers of your book, right? It'll be the clients or the patients' lives that you've touched. It's going to be the conversations that you've had, even if for 5 minutes in a grocery store. Every single bit of it counts, Virgo. And I am getting the therapy, the addictions, the trauma, the codependency, the heartache, heartbreak, disappointment, all of it is now coming together in such a way where you're saying, wow, I'm taking what I've learned and I am distributing the growth through helping be of service in some way, shape, or form. Maybe it's many things. It could be one bigger thing, but you have flexibility coming in. And this is about, again, divine detours. And I am picking up on some sort of change happening here, but I feel like this change is really a beautiful thing. We have the Magician coming in. This is Virgo. This is you. Excuse me. This is also Gemini. But I feel like there has been a misuse of power in the past because maybe you didn't quite know what to do with your gifts. You didn't know what to do, so you held it in or you suppressed it. At a young age, for myself, I didn't quite know what to do because I wasn't modeled. I wasn't taught that behavior. I wasn't, they basically taught, and we learn by what we see. And I also intuitively had known from a very young age, I had picked up on a lot of information, and there were certain things that I didn't want to see. I didn't know how to really work with, so I shut it off for quite some time. Some could call it a misuse of power, right? But that power never lies dormant. And it's for long, I should say. Yes, it lies dormant, but it's not here to lie dormant your whole life. It's always going to shine through. It's going to shine through by your curiosities, what you love to do, what you enjoy through your work, through your relationships. It's like the lighthouse that always shines through you. And I feel like you're being flexible in some way, shape, or form within how to use that light, how to use that power, because you have these new ideas. You have this opportunity to expand, to take something to the next level, to take your health, your relationship, your career, your money, whatever it is for you. Some of you, I'm hearing yoga certification training with the yoga showing up, so that could resonate for some of you. I'm also getting spine. Maybe some of you have had a spinal injury. I'm getting there could have been a car accident, or there was some sort of accident that left you immobile in some way, shape, or form, or there had been surgery. I feel like you're healing from that energetically. And maybe the physical piece of it's been healed for quite some time, but there is something about energetically healing from that trauma that has been stored in the body. So this is getting deep here. We have the law of attraction and letting go. Your outcome is letting go, and the advice is law of attraction. What you think about, you bring about, as Wayne Dyer always said, right? This is about keeping that mindset positive and abundant. Now, it does not mean embrace toxic positivity, right? It doesn't mean don't ever see the bad or the struggle or the challenge, but what it means is embrace it in a perspective that says, how is life happening for me, not to me, because you're not a victim, right? And that's part of that accepting responsibility, because when you look at it from that point of view, you start to flow through the struggles and challenges instead of feeling resistant to them. So vision boarding, abundant mindset, magnetic energy, and the Magician is magnetic. He captures the audience. For those of you who've ever went to a magic show, it is captivating, right? If you have a good magician who knows how to work the tricks because they've practiced, right? So it takes practice for us to control our power in a way. And it takes dedication and strength and time. And I feel like you are to that place in your life where you are attracting because you focus your intention and your energies, and you have a little bit more control over, how you respond and how you react to what life throws at you. And I feel like some of that has to do with letting go of people, places, things, beliefs, or patterns that no longer serve you. And you're able to do it more easily. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I feel like it's done in such a way where in the past you may have went round and round and round. That relationship may have taken 5 years to exit out of, where now you recognize it before it gets prolonged out. And maybe that was part of the experience in the past, because a big life theme or lesson for you at this time is letting go, liberation. It's goodbyes, growth, ascension, and closure. And sometimes we don't always get closure from the other person, but what's within our control is giving ourselves the closure that we need. And maybe that is through radical acceptance, right? It can be through forgiveness, and it can be through understanding life lessons instead of resisting them. We also have the word flow showing up twice. I'm getting blood flow. I am getting lymphatic system. Okay, a flow of energy. So some of you may need to pick up some sort of exercise routine, or walking, moving the body in some way, shape, or form. This could be through cycling. I'm actually seeing like a cyclical movement. So it could be cycling, or it could be, I feel like it's smooth. So it's not like running where, you could be a runner, of course, but I don't feel like it's the pressure of, sometimes when you run, it's hard on the knees because it's bone on bone grinding. Some of you may have some sort of bone on bone action going on in the back or in the knees or something of that nature. But I feel like this is more of a smooth process. So again, cycling, moving the body through yoga, maybe even Pilates. I am getting stretching as well. Some of you stretching the body, stretching the limbs is going to be beneficial for you. And then bottom of the deck, Virgo, we have timing and clarity. The time is now. Yeah, the time is now for you to clear out some old energy. Be flexible, because that light is bursting out. It really is. It's like the light is coming in from all different corners within you. And instead of maybe trying to kind of hold it up, instead of trying to block that light, which we do sometimes, we block it because we don't know, like, what if it shines, and what if I get that attention and it's unwarranted, or we're criticized because of it. Now we have the Page of Pentacles with the Five of Wands, both in reverse. This is about getting honest with oneself, okay? And also about rising above the competition instead of joining it. And joining it at least in a dishonest way, because sometimes things can get competitive because we have this fear of lack of, right? There's a lack of, like, that should be mine, or, there's not enough to go around, so I must get the last scrap. This can be for jobs. This can be a level of power, a level of control. But because we have the Page here, this is someone who may not have a handle on, really much of anything. And I also feel with the Five of Wands, someone could be feeling a little bit of imposter syndrome. Like, do I really have what it takes? Like, should I even be applying for this position that's going to entail this, this, and this? But Spirit is saying here, you're good at what you do. That light's been shining through. You've been learning through conditioning, maybe through books, through education, through, the stepping stones. Some of you may have been in a completely different career or relationship, but you've learned through that. It doesn't mean you're going to repeat, but I feel like you're learning. But it requires honesty to embark upon this new beginning. You see on the Page of Pentacles here, which Page of Pentacles is manifesting a new physical or financial opportunity, and it's been difficult for you to do so because of competition, and you may have got caught up in some sort of comparison trap. Yeah, I'm getting comparison trap with the competition, but now you're not giving up. And it may have even been August energy, 8. This is 8 of Pentacles, 8-year. We are in an 8-year. Labors of love. You didn't give up on your dream. You didn't give up on you. Why? Because you love you, Virgo, right? You love you. You love being of service. You love your work in some way or your dream. It is a labor of love. And the 8 of Pentacles is mastering a skill. It is putting in your effort. And even if this is the card of apprenticeship and you may not have all the answers, you are going to learn as you go. So stay adaptable, stay flexible, and stay open-minded here, because some of you are being guided to go back to school or to learn something over again, learn it in a new way, continue to practice your efforts. You can see on this mural that this woman has dedicated a lot of time investing in this artwork. And it's beautiful. It is a beautiful masterpiece. And I feel whatever you are investing in, whether it's your health, your career, relationships, I mean, you name it. Maybe it's your home. It could be a do-it-yourself project. It could be a business endeavor, your garden even. It is a labor of love. And what's really beautiful is now you can sit back and enjoy your work a little bit. Or it could be that there's a little bit of a rest period before you get back to work, but soak in some of what you have created is what I'm getting. And maybe this is a brand new beginning, because I see that here for you. This is a new beginning, but you've earned it and you have what it takes. So don't let imposter syndrome, don't let negative thoughts or beliefs of what if I don't do it? What if they don't like me? What if I'm not good enough? What if I can't live up to the standards? And some of you, there is something of living up to some sort of standards. But remember, you have the power to take action. When the Magician shows up, not only is this your major arcana, but it is you having all of the tools. The tools of the wand, the cup, the sword, and the pentacle. You having everything you need to turn iron into gold, basically. And if you don't know, don't assume. Okay? I'm going to repeat that. If you don't know, don't assume, because that could get you into trouble. Ask, research. That's why you have this page energy, Page of Pentacles. Even though this is messages, it's incoming news, it's manifesting something physical, I also feel like you can learn. You can continue to, put in your best efforts through being open and flexible and adaptable. Now, 4 of Swords is showing up as mental stability. Try to rest, try to relax the mind, okay? Relax the mind and allow flow. And we've heard that now 15 times, the word flow. Go with the flow instead of letting the mind talk you down or talk down to you, because the mind sometimes tries to protect you, saying, or tries to fear you, tries to bully you even. So keep that mind stable. And I feel like there is something quite enriching showing up here with the Ace of Pentacles. This could be a new opportunity in wealth, in your career, in your job, raise, abundance. It could be a new home. It could be an inheritance or a gift of money. It is about success and abundance, and it's a gift that you will see, that you will be able to touch and hold and have your hands on in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like this is something sustainable. This is here to stay. I feel like you have attracted this or drawn this into your energy through your dedication, through your labors of love. And I feel it does require you to let go of whatever this devil is and fully open your heart. You have the devil in reverse, which is saying, don't hold back. This is repression. That's what the devil does, is keeps us prisoner, keeps us hostage. It has us taking those light beams that are shining out of us, right? And it tries to cover it up and mask it, saying, don't shine your light. Why would we do that? We want to stay repressed. And the Ace of Cups is showing up as another gift, saying, oh, but darling, keep your heart open, because all that shines, right, is meant to come out. It's meant to come out hiding or hibernation here with this devil energy. So this is big. And I feel like a lot of you, your heart is being renewed with a new sense of inspiration, intuition, vitality, and love. And I feel like you also are opening up to this energy of love. Like, I love this. I love what I've created. I love my home. I love myself. I'm going to take care of me. I love this, energy of entering into new relationships, new contracts, new commitments. So this does feel really, really good. All right, let's look at finances, wealth, money, abundance. We have the student showing up. So again, some of you could be going back to school. September is a season change, right? We roll into autumn and it is back to school for a lot of folks in the northern hemisphere. It says work with a mentor to learn new skills or to teach you how to implement your plans. So some of you could be the mentor, or maybe you're the teacher, right? You could be teaching others at this time as well. You could be teaching people how to overcome competition in some way. You could be helping businesses or helping people with a little bit of a battle of the egos, right? Or battle, some sort of inner battle, and how to spiritually break away from disappointment, struggles, heartache, and loss. You could be in school to pursue higher education or work for a school district. Teach yourself to succeed with money or to get a financial advisor to teach you. We have easy does it. Slow and steady wins the race. And that is, I'm seeing a lot of pentacles, which you are an earth sign, Virgo. This is about paying attention to the details as well. That's why we have that page of pentacles, because there could be new contracts coming in here. Don't get involved, of course, with any get rich quick or any instant success, because remember what we said about the Eight of Pentacles. How long do you think it took her to create this mural on the wall? That takes time, dedication, and effort. If they were to give her a time limit and say you have 1 hour, she probably would only have one eyeball of one creature, right, on that mural. And I feel like you are being guided to put energy and time. You may have already done so. And that's why we have the womb here as well, because the womb is you bringing life to a situation, giving birth to it. It can be, your baby in a sense. Maybe for some of you, it is physical. You're giving life to something new here or someone new. We have Peacemaker. It says you are being called to apply diplomacy and tact to a difficult situation. Consider politics, negotiations, unions, contracts, or any other peacemaking careers. Or perhaps you are being called to approach the situation at hand with a win-win attitude, okay? When making business deals, look at it as a win-win. They're winning because they're getting me, and I am an open-minded learner. Even though maybe you don't have every piece into place, look at it as a win-win. They're benefiting by getting someone new that can help them, and I'm open to learning, and it's a win-win. When it comes to a relationship, it's a win-win because I'm opening up my heart and both of us are willing to work together to create something abundant, tangible in the physical world. So look at it from a win-win approach. Because you have endured loss. I see that with the shadow, right? There may have been a major phase that has ended, or you are currently going through an ending, which I feel like there's more of that leaning towards a new beginning vibe than there is the ending. But because you've dealt with this loss in the past, it may still trigger you at times. And it says, let go of what was so you can focus your energy on what is ahead of you. And that's exactly what I'm picking up on. The grief of loss, it continues to be an obstacle, but it doesn't have to be. That's why you have the mending. This is about coming together, forgiving, healing, repairing, and taking a deep dive into either your belief system around money or the concept of not enough, as we talked about with the Five of Wands, and seeing how everyone plays a role, how everyone has specific talents and gifts that they can bring to the table as well. And then lastly, we have partnerships. You are manifesting a strong and successful partnership. Consider having a partner who can bring the experiences you lack. Yeah, we just talked about that. So there's a win-win situation. Even if you lack in a certain area, you're going to thrive in an area that someone else lacks. And that creates the balance, right? That's the Five of Wands. When the Five of Wands shows up in reverse, it means we can collaborate with our gifts. We don't have to feel an energy of this is mine, and there's no I in team. And sometimes when this shows up in the upright, which it's in reverse, by the way, in the upright, this can be a lack of collaboration. It's a very egoic type of energy. And what I see coming in for you is a partnership where there's an equal give and take. Both of these people are smiling. That means there's a win-win, but some of you may still be stuck in a dynamic where some sort of relationship may be holding you back because of ego. And there's something new manifesting here for you. Yeah, there's definitely new manifestations taking place. Now let's look at these partnerships, whether in terms of romance, friendships, partnerships in business, creative endeavors. There's the loss again. So we're getting the loss showing up here in some way, shape, or form, but it says new beginnings. And again, I feel like I'm much more leaning towards the new beginning phase than I am the loss phase. And this is liberation. It's reborn and transition, because some of you have gone through a tragic ending in matters of the heart, right? This has been an emotional situation that really, you had to come out of. Mentally, it was debilitating as well. There may have even been a physical loss. Some of you, someone may have left the workforce, or you may have grieved the loss of a boss, or, maybe even an old version of yourself, who you were when you worked in this field or worked in this line of work or in this relationship, because we're clarifying relationships here. Now, I do see the karmic relationship showing up here, and that may be a big part of the shadow. Some of you are dealing with turmoil, a lot of it. You may have been in a karmic or toxic relationship where there was a lot of resentment and triggers that were the breeding ground for the devil, right? It was the devil's playground, basically. And there was a lot of illusions, a lot of pretend, perception, intensity, and fleeting. It's like fleeing the scene. Someone's like, I'm out of here. That love cookie is broken. And it says letting go. And you have that showing up here. So for a lot of you, you are disconnecting or cutting the ties of a karmic partnership in your life. Whatever was very challenging or egoic in nature, a lot of competition, one-upping each other, needing to have the last word, right? You're moving on from that. And what I see is healthier choices ahead. Self-love, self-care. This is being happier and loving life, right? By making choices that help put you in that position of, happiness, sunshine, freedom, and focusing on bettering yourself in some way, shape, or form. So you can connect and engage in relationships that feel balanced, that feel like there's reciprocity, because you also have passion and engagement ring. So if this is romantic love, some of you are in or are committing to a higher level of love. This is about eternity, partnerships, unions, and completion. And I talked about this in last week's love readings. And those love readings are for everyone. For those of you that are in a relationship or you are single, you may want to check it out. There's something for everyone in those. And a big common theme all across the board was preparing for union. I probably said that in each and every reading, and it is showing up here for you, Virgo, because I feel if you're single, there is a preparation period. You are preparing for something that's long term. And for those of you that are currently in a dynamic, there may be some changes occurring, changes that bring about massive healing, whether that's you honoring yourself and the other person by walking away, right? Or by fueling that spark. And that's why we have the passion here, because whatever direction you choose is going to be that of ascension. And there could be insane chemistry between you and another, sparks, having fun, equal interests, and even desire and passion. So beautiful, beautiful energy coming in here for you. And then last but not least, we have the womb. And again, I feel like there is something being brought to life here with the womb. This does remind me of the Empress, because a lot of times you'll see that Empress with the pregnant belly, and she's very creative. She's very nurturing. Now, the womb is all about the belly. It's the nest, the origin, and the message for you is this. Everything has an origin story. The womb archetype asks us to contemplate the beginning beyond the beginning, the mother beyond the mother. In a world that often negates the power and necessity of feminine principles, this card returns us to the warmth, tenderness, and sacred intelligence from which we came. It is a card of receiving, not achieving, of accepting love from the mother of us all. She is the life-giving force that forgives and cherishes even the most wounded and disparate soul. No matter how lost you are, the womb awaits your return to help you heal and grow. This card is a call to keep things simple, to return to the reborn in the name of love. The womb is everywhere. It is beyond gender, beyond time, and we are within it as it is within us. That's gorgeous. I don't know if I've ever had the womb come out before in a reading. And this is all about harmony, nourishment, warmth, and love. But in the past, because we see the shadow, the darker aspect can be a very strict energy where one is neglected emotionally, physically, abandoned of this womb. Some of you may struggle with mother issues or mother neglect in some way, shape, or form. This can be ecological crisis, infertility, or even imbalance within that feminine part of us ourselves. Remember, we're both masculine and feminine. We have that yin yang energy in all of us. And it's about considering that Mother Earth must also have a mother. Imagine her. I mean, have you ever thought about that before? Chances are probably not. But Mother Earth must have a mother. I like that. What would honoring the feminine look like to you? Where would you begin? Imagining yourself as loved is a good place to start. If you want to go deeper in this energy, Virgo, check out Gustave Courbet's The Origin of the World. If this womb resonates with you, if it spikes your curiosity, or those of you that have struggled with that divine feminine in your life or within you, Gustave Courbet's The Origin of the World. So that is your message, Virgo, for September 2024. A lot of really transformational changes taking place, but it does require letting go of something that was to make room for a very beautiful, abundant, magical new beginning. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like the messages, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And thank you so very much, Virgo, for being here today. Lots of love.